Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. So this pick a card reading is about what you need to know right now. So I was in the mood for a what you need to know right now pick a card reading myself, because for me, when it comes to these readings, like, I'll do the readings for each group and then I shuffle up the 3 main cards and see which one pops out, and that's the message or the guidance that I may need at this moment. So for me, when it comes to these pick a card readings, I also have skin in the game, as I'm also looking for a message too. So we have 3 different groups to select from. We have group number 1, the zebra energy, number 2, cheetah, and number 4, unicorn. So pause the video if you have to see which group you're resonating with. The timestamps are always in the description box below. Let's jump into these readings. Hello, number 1. You guys selected the zebra energy. Immediately upon placing the zebra in the center, something came to my attention around vision and something about seeing things clearly, or something about checking vision. So what I got from that is when it comes to something that you might be dealing with, it's like you want to check twice. You know how they say dot your I's and cross your T's? That's something that's coming up around something that you might be dealing with. Like, I think of someone sending off important documents, and it's like, when you send off these important documents, it's like filling out an application or something. Did you make sure that you put the correct phone number? Did you make sure your social security was correct? It's something about making sure that everything is correct. Looking twice at a thing is what I'm getting. And also the word distractions is in my mind, and the distractions is coming up. So maybe something around distraction, like some kind of a distraction might be happening at the moment as you're preparing or doing whatever it is that you're doing, why you would need to check twice when it comes to something. So when it comes to the astro dice, we have Cancer energy, the number 6, and Pluto. So with Cancer, the number 6 and Pluto coming up, for some of you, you might be applying for an at-home job, or something may happen where things has changed when it comes to your work situation. And with things changing when it comes to your work situation, you know, you're looking at different options, and I'm getting for you not to overlook an option. It's like there's something that's it's something that's there and you're overlooking the possibility of it. I think of something around some kind of a home care work that someone might be interested in. But then also too, when it comes to this group, I'm getting something about health, your personal health. Someone here's personal health. I think of someone, when it comes to their personal health, you're noticing certain changes when it comes to your personal health, and might notice something with your vision, where you might find yourself having to blink more than often to clear up your vision. Something around blur vision. Something with the vision on a whole. And of course, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not any medical professional, but I look at my iPad and it's 444 March 4th. So to me, all those 4s coming in, 3 times 4 is 12. So that all adds up to the number 3. That adds up to number 3, but really 4 times, 4 times 4 is 6. 4 times 4 is 16. So that's the number 7. But with all the 4s on the clock, to me, foundation, something about the way your foundation, something about the way how you're going about something about the way how you're doing something. I'm thinking about like a certain mindset, or it's like someone having a certain mindset. And it's like, if the mindset isn't in alignment with what you're trying to achieve, it doesn't matter what you do, is what I get from the number 4, me looking up at the clock and seeing 444 March 4th. So it's like all those 4s. It's like something about the mindset, trying to produce something. And the produce would be, say, 444 on the clock, and 3 times 4 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. And that's like trying to create something new. But then the 4 4s, and you know, the 4 4s add up to 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. And it's like looking into something. So it's like you're looking into things and trying to present a new way of doing things, but the foundation is like, it's like saying the saying when they say, it's like you can't solve a problem from the same mind it was created. So it's like, say the problem was created from a mind that was fearful, that was anxious, that was always thinking and expecting the worst. You cannot create a solution from that kind of mind. So when it comes to this energy, I'm getting shifting the inner world, shifting the frequency, and creating from that space. So what I mean by that is gratitude is what will shift that. So it's like, say someone is in a position that they don't want to be in, and you want better for yourself when it comes to your living situation or your career. And it's like, or even your health, it's like gratitude, writing down, making a habit to journal of all the reasons why you're grateful, focusing your attention more on all the reasons why you're grateful. And from being grateful and focusing on gratitude, it's like, also ask yourself, you know, what would be ideal for me? And when you're in that gratitude state, at some point, you will get some kind of intuitive knowing, or a thought will come to mind. But it's important for the solution to come in when you're in a good space. But you don't need to, you know, get up every day and you're like, I'm grateful, universe, where's the great idea? Just get up and do your thing, but know that it'll come to you. But it's important for you to come to you while you're in a positive space. I think of how, you know, us wanting certain things to happen, but we don't know how it'll look like as far as the process, or we don't, you know, there's certain things that we don't know. And then we get inspired guidance, you know, inspired guidance, meaning all of a sudden you feel motivated to do something, but the whole process when it comes to doing this thing is one that puts you in a good mood. You know, everything about it is pleasant, or everything about it is in alignment with your truth, is what I'm getting. It's like working on your gratitude is what I'm getting for this group. It's like you want to make changes in your day-to-day life and in your health, in your home, and your living situation. And the way to do so, gratitude is where you start. So overall, we have the Strength card in the upright position. And with the Strength card in the upright position, I get the feeling of wanting to make certain things happen, but at the same time, or dealing with certain things and not feeling like you have the strength or have what it takes to deal with your situation. I get the feeling of feeling like your current situation feels bigger than you. It's like right now your current situation feels bigger than you, is what I'm getting with the Strength card in the reversal position. And trust me, I know that feeling, and I go through that. I go through that from time to time. I used to go through that a lot in the past, but it was all mental, just feeling so exhausted and overwhelmed. But also to the Strength card in the reversal position brings me to discipline, a lack of self-discipline, because for me, the Strength card is the 8th card, and the number 8 deals with system cycles. And the lion that the lady is taming on the beast is that beast within us. That beast within us that causes us to pretty much get ourselves into situations where we're like, how the hell did I get here again? So overall, when it comes to this message, when it comes to this group, is a lack of self-discipline, a lack of self-control. And when it comes to the challenge in position is the Fool card. So a combination of a lack of self-discipline and control, but the Fool card in the challenge in position also says a lack of faith. So it's like I am lacking the discipline to do what I need to do. But at the same time, I don't trust or I don't have faith in life. And I feel like life is not fair and things aren't working for me. But really, if I was disciplined and do what I know I'm supposed to do, I would see better results. But I'm not doing what and this happens to me for real. So I've been learning how to trade, and it's like I'm talking about myself right now. So I've been learning how to trade or whatever. And I've developed my own strategy that I know works because I've back tested it. But there are days when I'll get in the market and I'll just do stuff and I don't even know why I did what I did, but I'll just do it. I'll find myself in situations because of a lack of self-discipline. And then I'll start questioning if my strategy works. I'll start questioning if trading on a whole is one big fraud. But at the end of the day, I know it works and I've seen it works. And the issue is not trading or the market. The issue is me and the lack of discipline. But I came up with a plan for myself. I came up with a plan for myself to work on that. Because, you know, when I watch videos of others, that's the one thing that, you know, most people struggle with is the psychology, and pretty much once they get past it, it's uphill from there. So I'm getting with you guys is something similar. For some, maybe it might be weight loss. For some, maybe it's work, always getting fired, or some drama when it comes to work. But unexpectedly, we have the 10 of Wands in the reversal position and the Knight of Swords in the upright position. So I'm getting always jumping to conclusions and quitting too soon. This sounds like me in a way, in the sense that, you know, like I said, with my trading, like I'll jump in and just feel an itch to jump in and participate without fully seeing a strategy, without fully seeing a plan, and throw away everything that I've worked for in the moment and jump on some random idea and off I go, only to after be like, why the hell did you do that? How the hell did you get there? How the hell did you even see that to do that? But you know what I don't do anymore? I don't yell at myself anymore, because clearly, you know what I mean? There's a part of my ass that's slow that keeps doing it. But I'm gonna catch up and I'm gonna get it right, and I'm gonna get better. I know I'm gonna get better. I know I'm working on it. So I'm not telling you to be on yourself either. You know, be patient with yourself, but at the end of the day, recognize what the problem is. Because it's not until we recognize what the problem is, we're able to address it, figure out ways to get into our own psychology, the workings of our own mind, and get to the root of why we do what we do. Because, you know, the lack of discipline is making it hard for you to see when your fruits will blossom, when your ships will come in. Man, this reading feels too personal. Oh my God, it feels, this message here reminds me of my trading situation. And I swear, when I shuffle up the 3 cards, because what I always do is, whenever I do a reading for here or Patreon, I always take the main cards that's used for you guys to select the pile, and then I shuffle them up and blindly pick one. And then, you know, that's the message that I need to know in the moment. That's the message that I need to get. But as I'm doing this channeled message, I can't help but feel like I'm talking about me. But yeah, when it comes to this message, what you need to know now is you're lacking discipline. And because of your lack of discipline, you're questioning if the universe is correct about the path that you've been guided on. But unexpectedly, the issue is you impulsively run into your old ways and give up on the foundation or the system that you've seen that works. Like you have a way that you know that can work when it comes to going about things. I think of, like, say, a person who wants to be a rapper, an artist, a creator, or whatever you want to be, a YouTube content creator. And it's like it's already clicked to you what method and approach is best to get you to the promised land, whatever that is. And it's like you're clear about it, but yes, so you can't be consistent. It's like something about struggling when it comes to being consistent. You're struggling with consistency and you know what to do, but for whatever reason, you can't do it. But you can do it. You can do it. It's very possible. You can do it. You know, I started off by talking about gratitude. Yes, gratitude is important, but for me, when it comes to this, I will keep a journal of, you know, every time I do the things that I do that goes against me, question those behaviors. But at the same time, for me, I feel like it's a matter of becoming aware that we're doing it, and then over time, you know, over time, we'll do it less and less, where I find that for me, I've done it less and less now that I've pinpointed it and say, this is what I always do. And I always do it at this time. And I'm learning to do it less and less. When it comes to the spirit animal guiding us forward, when it comes to this group, this message, we have the gazelle energy. And the gazelle energy brings me to being patient with yourself. It's just being patient with yourself. There's no need to beat yourself up. The only thing you need to be aware of, group number one, is that thing that you do that sabotages you. That's it. That's your only assignment right now. What is that thing that you do that sabotages you? And if you're aware of that thing that you do that sabotages you, like I am, like I'm aware of that thing, but even go deeper with that thing. Pay attention to, it's like, imagine that, like, it's like you're an investigator and you're investigating someone's behavior and they keep committing this crime or doing this thing. And it's like you're keeping records of, okay, they tend to do it around on Thursdays and Saturdays is when they do it the most. And they tend to do it around this time. And the state of emotion that they're in when they do it appears to be this way based on how they move. But you're writing about yourself. So it's like, when do you do it? When do you do that thing that you do that sabotages you? And what kind of state of mind are you normally in before you do that thing that sabotages you? And after you do that thing that sabotages you, how do you talk to you after? Before, I used to be so mad at me, like, but now it's like, if you knew better, you would do better. And even though you should know better, you clearly don't know better. Why you ain't doing better? And that's where me and myself is at right now when it comes to me working on that part of myself. But I see progress, you guys. I see progress. I see how I'm growing. I've grown so freaking much. It's insane. So it's to even be at this part of the journey where I am aware of what it is that I'm doing. That's a big deal. And I celebrate that within me. And I feel like you should do that within you too. It's like awareness. It's like once you're aware, you're almost there, is what I like to say to myself. Once you're aware, you're almost there. So it's like what you need to know right now is that discipline. How could you become more disciplined? And I bet the area of your life, this thing that you're lacking discipline in, it's like the same kind of, like for me, learning how to trade taught me that the way how you do one thing is the way how you do everything. And the impulsiveness when it comes to the lack of discipline, because I don't like discipline all the time consistently. It's like certain days I go in and I just like, it's like that kid, you know, that bad kid, the kid that they'll call bad in class, that just randomly do some wild stuff that gets them sent to in-house or whatever, detention. It's like I'll show up and I'll do that. But I see that behavior in other areas of my life. It's like the way you do one thing is the way how you do everything. You know, but for me, learning how to trade, it's obvious because when I mess up, I lose money. So that really gets my attention. Where with some of us, you know, the way we do that one thing that's destructive is the way how we do everything. But the consequences in all areas of our lives isn't always the same. Where for me, I don't play about my money. So when I notice that I'm losing my money, like, it really gets my attention. But I would have to say that learning how to trade has made me a better person. Like, I've seen how it's made my health better, and just me disciplined on a whole. Like, it's made me more focused in on my lifestyle and my everyday habits, even more than I thought I was before. So I feel like with you guys, it's a similar situation where there's something that you're doing or trying to do, and the common denominator that's stopping you is you. To where you're questioning if the path is even real. You're questioning if the promise is even real. You're questioning if you're tripping to even think that you could achieve this thing. But the truth is, you're the problem. You are the problem in the sense that your lack of discipline is the problem. And if you're not aware that your lack of discipline is a problem, then that's even more dangerous, because it's like you sabotaging yourself, but don't even see that you're the one sneaking in and making it hard for yourself. Where to come to the realization and see how you do it, then, you know, you're close to hitting success. You're close to achieving success, because you're aware of how you're sabotaging yourself. You guys, this message here, I needed to hear this. I needed to hear this, and this is the confirmation that I needed, and my nose itched like crazy delivering this message, but it's exactly what I needed to hear. And it just reminds me of how close I am to my promise, to what the universe has showed me that's possible for me. I'm so close, and you're so close too, because the fact that I don't even know if this is my group, because like I said, when I'm done with the readings, I shuffle all 3 groups and see which one is a message for me. But I really resonate with this, and you know, it gives me hope. It shows me that, yeah, like, if I'm the only thing that's getting in the way, then it shows that the promise is real. So if you're the thing that's getting in your way, it shows that the promise is real. And when I say the promise is real, like, spirit, universe have given you a glimpse of what could be possible for you. And you're starting to doubt that thing that could be possible for you. But that thing is really possible. And the only thing is you. But that's going to be changing, because Pluto energy here says your day-to-day lifestyle is about to be transformed. And also your household environment is about to be transformed. So either you're looking to buy a house, or you're looking to move, or you will be soon. And the opportunities are presenting themselves to make that happen for you. The way how your schedule is going to transform. The way how your health is going to transform. So if you've been trying to get to the bottom of your health, your diet, or your lifestyle, that's transforming. So this group's message is so powerful, because it's like, you needed to know that you got to tame this beast. This beast is you. This beast to me is like the part of ourselves that, you know, copes with the trauma, the things that we've been through, copes with disappointment, like just copes with whatever. Like that beast. And we come up with different ways to keep this beast quiet. And the ways that we come up with to keep this beast quiet normally aren't healthy. You know, it's like, yeah, the beast is quiet, but then we're left with a whole bunch of problems after. And then because of the way we deal with our inner self and the lack of discipline, it makes us not have faith, feel like, oh, these things are impossible. Or the people who told us that it's possible, they're charlatans, they're liars, because this isn't possible for me. But it's like, can you really say you've given this thing your all, and you've been disciplined and consistently show up? No, you can't. And with me, with trading, if I wasn't a real person with myself, I could have easily quit. I could have easily quit a year ago, 2 years ago, and feel like this is a bunch of BS and these people are liars. But I could honestly say that I haven't been following my rules consistently to see it through. So because I haven't even given it a fair shot, you know, but I've seen that it could work, because when I have followed the rules and did what I'm supposed to, I've done well. But then the minute things start going good, I get careless and throw the rules out the window. It's like somebody trying to lose some weight, and the minute you start dropping pounds and you start looking good, you throw the whole discipline out the window and start eating what you want to eat. And before you know it, you back where you started. Same thing for me. I start getting money and things start looking good. And then here I go again and constantly in that loop. But I know I'm about to bust up out of that loop real soon. And when I do, you'll hear about it because I'm going to share it with y'all. Group number 1, such a pleasure sharing this message with you. If you'd like to book a tarot reading with me or check out my exclusive weekly pick a card readings only available to Patreon, the link to book with me and check out Patreon are both within the description box below. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a red heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, group number 2. Group number 2, you guys selected the cheetah energy, and when I looked at the cheetah energy up close, it's like the cheetah looked like it was tired. The cheetah looked like it was exhausted. It looked like the cheetah for me felt like it was just getting over a cold or something, or just getting better, or just feeling better. It's like recovering, something about just recovering. But then also too, when I looked at the cheetah's energy, like the cheetah to me seemed either congested in 2 ways. Congested meaning that, like, you know how we get congested, like whether it's cough, sneeze, or whatever. But to me, the other congested felt almost like constipated, meaning like the cheetah looked like it hadn't had a good flow in a little while, to the point where it's like the cheetah energy just felt a little bit dense. That's what I'm picking up from the cheetah. That don't have to go for everybody, but I feel like that goes for somebody. Something about the energy feels dense, and the energy feeling dense because of a lack of release. Something about like the flow. So say for some of you guys who selected this group, you know, some things may have happened recently where you may have found yourself stressed or even a little bit overwhelmed. And from the stress and being overwhelmed, it's almost like it threw off like your flow in the sense that, like, say normally you went to the bathroom every day or every 2 days. And then it's like after this thing happened, or after you had this experience, after you experienced this mild stress, it's like after that, then you find yourself like it's every 3 days, or it's like, I don't know the last time I've been type of situation. But when it comes to this group, I'm getting the importance of being consistent when it comes to your sleep, like working on getting to bed. That's important. Working on getting to bed, because that plays a part when it comes to digestion and when it comes to the flows within the number 2, because that's what I'm getting. Flows within the number 2 or flows within the menstrual cycle. But something about the flow is off. And I'm getting also to the feeling of like this need to hurry or push yourself. It's like you're hurrying or you're pushing yourself, but you got to take better care of yourself. And when it comes to your vitamins, your multivitamins, or whatever it is that you got to do, like you got to make sure that you're on point when it comes to that. The cheetah just looks like, yeah, the word congested to me, the flow of the cheetah. We have Virgo energy here, and Virgo energy would bring me to health. Virgo deals with health. Virgo deals with service. I think of 6th house energy that deals with health, time management, diet. But we have the number 9 energy here. So 9th house, we have Mercury. When it comes to this group though, I feel like for you guys, you've been busy a lot working or busy traveling. Like I think of like, say someone who is like a flight attendant. You don't have to be a flight attendant, or you could be a travel nurse or travel something, but something about the work that you do requires for you to like, something about the work that you do lacks consistency. So when I say lack consistency, to me, the people who select this group would be the person who's like the travel nurse or the flight attendant or the person who works the night shift. It's like something about your work life and negatively influences your lifestyle is what I would get with this group. It's like something about your work life causes you to be away from home or causes you to not feel comfortable. So it's like, even though you may be close to home or whatnot, maybe it's like, I think of like, say someone is at work all day. So because you're at work all day, you'll avoid taking number 2s because you're not comfortable. But it's like you need to allow yourself to alleviate yourself completely. It is important. Mercury energy is here, so something around communication. Communication, Virgo energy. For some of you though, what's coming up is like you'll be getting some kind of a phone call or some kind of a message soon about something. So it's like you might be wondering or questioning about something. It could even be, say, with the health situation, the word irritable bowels is coming up. Like, I know this don't go for everyone, but there's someone here where something around your bowels and your number 2, your menstrual cycle, and your sleep is like all those things together needs to get in, it needs to get in better flow. And I feel like with the sleep thing, once we are able to get to bed consistently every night, all of those things balance out. But I get the feeling here of you getting some kind of a callback or hearing some kind of information or getting some kind of an update when it comes to that, what's happening with that. Let's get some more cards so I can see more of what's happening. Yeah, but when I look at the cheetah, like, it reminds me of like whenever I'll see a really, really fat cat. And it's like, whenever I see a really, really fat cat, it's like, you know, cats are able to move really quickly and do a lot. And it's like, you know, it looks trapped within itself. So I feel like, you know, you guys who selected this pile might feel to a certain extent restricted within yourself in some way, is what I'm getting from this group. Feeling restricted within yourself in some way. So some of you who selected this group may have put on a few pounds, and to others it's just a few. It doesn't look like much, but for you it's like you can feel it, and there's this feeling of feeling restricted within yourself. When it comes to overall, we have the 10 of Wands in the upright position. So you guys are very close to achieving something. When it comes to this group, I think of like, say, someone who's been in college, or maybe you've been traveling and working, but you have a goal to make something happen for yourself, and it's through this sacrifice and you trying to achieve this goal. Maybe you've put on some weight, or maybe it's affected your health with you trying to work so hard to achieve the goal that you've been trying to achieve for yourself, or going to school, or whatever it is that you've been dealing with. But you're very close. You're very close to achieving something. And the challenge that I'm getting here is that even though you're so close to achieving this thing, it's almost like, not almost, you're close to achieving this thing, but for some of you, it would feel as if in the process of you trying to achieve this thing for yourself, your relationship suffered. Your relationship suffered in some way. And from your relationship suffering in some way, maybe what it is that you've been busy doing. So it's like, I look at the cheetah, and it's like, maybe the cheetah will reflect you deciding that you are going back to school real quick. And from going back to school real quick, you know, everything that I mentioned happened as you were stressed trying to achieve what it is that you were trying to achieve. Or someone taking on a shift and say, okay, I'm going to work and save up this money, or I'm going to do this night shift, even though, you know, whatever. It's like you deciding to do this thing that you did. And it's like, because of it, some relationship struggled, some relationship was strained. But I feel like, you know, even though it's disappointing that may have happened when it comes to the relationships in your life, it's still good because it helped you to learn the truth. It helped you to learn the truth about certain connections in your life, because unexpectedly soon you're going to be celebrating. Be celebrating in the sense like it's like a graduation, or you've recently achieved your goal. So even though everybody may not be able to be happy for you, there's some people that truly celebrate you and who are happy for you. For some of you, your graduation or your end goal, the goal that you're trying to achieve, is happening in the fall time. That's not for everyone, but that's for some people here. It's like during the fall time is when you will receive your harvest. During the fall time is when you will receive your harvest. So that's when a person is graduating. That's when a person is hitting their goal. You're graduating or hitting your goal, and it's happening for you within the fall time. But with this card here, having to do with the outcome, I get for you guys that even after achieving this goal that you've set for yourself that has even cost you your health to a certain extent, because the busyness and the stress and everything that you had to go through to achieve this goal, I'm getting even after achieving this goal, it won't be enough. You won't feel complete, and you'll start to, before even achieving the goal, you're setting your sights on different things. So that gets me to the fact that a lot of you who selected this group hasn't gotten to the point yet where you're living for yourself. You think you're living for yourself, but you're really living for others. Because if you're fully living for yourself, then you would have had reached a level of feeling completed when it comes to this goal. I'm getting the feeling of the idea of this thing is great, but when it's all said and done, you're fantasizing, you're visualizing, imagining about how further you could take it, but it's not how further I could take it because I just love this thing. It's almost like when it comes to this group, I get the feeling of, say someone grew up in a family or in a household where you weren't taught to appreciate yourself, or you didn't feel appreciated by who you are as an individual. So instead you pursue career things. You're driven by career and ambition, because that's your way of like trying to feel complete. That's your way of, it's like that's where your worth and your identity comes from. So it's like you as an individual doesn't feel like enough. So it's almost like, you know, it's like I have to prove myself through my achievements. So it's like no matter how much you achieve, no matter how much you do, it's like it's never enough. And it's like goal after goal after goal is what you're setting. And it's like, yeah, as you set these goals, you know, to a certain extent, it might affect your relationship, your connections, your love life. And for me, what life has taught me is that it's all about balance. It's like you got to learn to balance and juggle it all. So it's like I try to keep myself open and available for it all, whatever that is for me, you know, like whatever that is for you, and balance and juggling it all. But with this group, I get the feeling of someone saying, once I make a certain amount of money, then I will. You know, once I have a home and a this and a that, then I will. So it's like an opportunity might present itself for someone to, you know, start a family or to get engaged or whatnot. But it's like you keep putting things of the heart aside for your goals and your ambitions. And that could be cool and all, you know, that could be cool and all, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, everything takes time. So when you do decide that you want to nurture certain things, it might be too late. Not saying that's going to be the case, but you know, that could be a thing. And when it comes to, say, the spirit animal, we have the fire ant. So with the fire ant showing up as a spirit animal, the fire ant brings me to community. And with the fire ant bringing me to community, family responsibility, is bringing me to balance. It's bringing me to the importance of balance. And I guess it's bringing me to what I was saying earlier about balancing it all, trying to make time to do it all, even though like certain things will suffer. So it's like, say if you're focused on your education, maybe, and I know it seems impossible to do it all, but that's the message that I'm getting for this group. Because when it comes to this group, I just keep getting the feeling of someone saying, I'm just going to go back and get one more. So it's like, I'm going to go back to school just this time to get this degree and this and that. And it's like, okay, but you already have 4, and you keep arriving back to the same space of either feeling unfulfilled or either feeling like it's not paying enough, but you keep arriving back to the same space, and you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So maybe it's time to take a different approach when it comes to things, is what I'm getting. But I'm getting the feeling of like, yeah, celebration is coming for you in the fall time. So depending on when you're seeing this, September, October, November is a celebration that's coming. But it's like before that celebration even comes, or even upon that celebration day, It's like you're not even able to sit in the moment of the celebration because you're already on to the next thing. So it's almost like someone unconsciously at their own celebration. It's like your celebration didn't even happen because it's not even where you want to be because you're already on to the next thing. So it's like, yes, fall time, this group has a lot to look forward to. Maybe graduation of some sort, but some kind of a reward, some kind of a celebration. And when it comes to what you need to know right now is that you need to figure out a way how to balance it all. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but you gotta figure out a way how to balance it all. You gotta figure out a way how to balance your career, your family, yourself, and your love life. And when it comes to the ant coming out with community, it brings me to delegating. It brings me to figuring out a way how to get everybody involved. Like I think of like, say a mom, someone who's a mom or a dad, and you know, you have children, but you're also pursuing school and you're married. And it's like, to me, getting everybody involved might be bringing everybody together and saying, okay, you guys, this is the goal. This is the thing that I'm trying to achieve. And, you know, this is what, you know, this is how we can all come together and make it happen. This is how we all can come together to make it work, you know, and everybody doing things as a team, everybody working together. So everybody is included in the process. So it's like, yeah, everybody is included in the process. Maybe where it's like, you know, tonight you're studying and the whole family helps you study. So you don't got to study alone. But at the same time, in the process of the whole family helping you study, the kids are able to work on their reading as they're helping you study. You know, it's like the whole family gets to do it together. I don't know how you're going to do that, but that's what I'm getting, to bring, to allow the community to help you, to bring the community together and not exclude others in your process, because you might exclude others in your process as you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. But then when you go back for them to expect them to be where you left them or to be in the same spirits you left them in, they might not want to be bothered with you because they feel some type of way from being rejected by you. So I think it comes down to including everybody in your process, because they would want to be included in some way, somehow. You don't have to do it all by yourself, is what I'm getting, group number 2. And it was such a pleasure sharing this message with you. If you'd like to book a tarot reading with me, or check out my exclusive weekly content, only available on Patreon. The links for that is in the description box below. But before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me an orange heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, group number 3. Group number 3, you guys selected the unicorn energy. And when I placed the unicorn energy in the center, I took a deep breath, and the first thing that came to mind is lay off of it. Lay off of what exactly? With the unicorn energy coming out, lay off of it in the sense that for some of you guys here who selected the unicorn energy, you may have been noticing, or not even noticing, I'm getting like this feeling of escapism, this feeling of numbing. It's like figuring out different ways to numb yourself or escape your reality, because for whatever reason, certain parts of reality feels a little bit unbearable right now. And I say unbearable in the sense, like, I think of the person who's trying to manifest a certain thing. And I find that when we're conscious that we're trying to manifest a certain thing, that makes the moment that we're in, our present moment, feel like our present moment will feel like we're losing, like a loser. Like the present, like when you're trying to manifest certain things, in the present moment that you don't have those things is a reminder that you don't have those things because of what it is that you want. Now, this brings me to the thought of why they say it's important to ask for what you want, but then detach from wanting what you want. I guess it's like coming to the point where you don't care if you get it or not. Because if you don't care if you get it or not, then that means the present moment is not your enemy. The present moment isn't a reminder of your failure. The present moment isn't a reminder of the fact that your wish isn't granted, because you could care less if you have the thing or not. But when it comes to you guys who selected the unicorn energy, it's the feeling like, you know, am I crazy to think this thing could have happened? Am I crazy to have wanted what I wanted for myself? It's like I get the feeling of someone not wanting to break their own heart, or not wanting to feel disappointed and accept the fact that, or feel like, you know, they have to accept the fact that this thing wasn't real, this dream wasn't real, or it'll never be real. It's just, yeah, that's what I'm getting with the unicorn energy. So it's like, what ways or what things are you doing to escape or avoid the present moment every day you don't have this thing? It's like I get the feeling of someone waking up, and it's like you wake up and you take a deep breath with a heavy heart at the fact that this thing isn't here yet. This thing hasn't manifested itself yet. This thing hasn't worked out in your favor yet. It's like opening your eyes, and it's like, and it's like you have your responsibilities and things that you need to do today, or need to do within the day. And it takes a lot out of you to get up every day and make it happen. Where it's so easy to pretty much like, it's like a child again skipping school. Like the thought of skipping school feels like the thing that's calling you, and you have to put so much effort into getting up every day and adulting every day, being an adult. Wow, this is interesting. This is real. And I would love to start saying you could do this and you could do that, but right now I feel like I don't have the answers. Not that I ever do, but it's like normally I have a message to say what to do, but this feels so real. And when it comes to the astro dice, we have the number 11. So the number 11 could tie into 11th house. And 11th house energy deals with our public image. So when I think of the 11th house energy, I think of how it's right next to the 10th house. So the 10th house is our goals, our dreams, our legacy, how we want to be remembered in this world. And I feel like the 11th house is the people we rub shoulders with who have similar goals, dreams, and legacy. It's almost like our colleagues, or the people within that industry that we're interested in, or the people within that world that we're interested in, or the people that share similar legacy, views, and goals for themselves. And within that area, we have the south node. Is that the south node? The north node. This is the south node. So within that area, we have the north node. So when it comes to this group, the north node showing up within the 11th house energy and Capricorn, this is bringing me to, okay, interesting. So the north node deals with destiny. And destiny in the sense that a direction that we need to move towards in order to fulfill destiny. So to me, the north node will almost be like an arrow that is pointing our attention, to where, okay, so I'm a little confused. Nope, this is the south node. Yep, south node. So I have it right, north node. I need to check, you guys. Okay, so with the node energy coming out, the node is pointing us to the direction that we need to go into in order to gather whatever needs to be gathered in order to fulfill destiny. So when it comes to this group, I'm getting the importance of you surrounding yourself and going out and networking and connecting with others who share the same interests of you, share the same interests as you. So what I mean by that is, like, say for example, you're someone who's looking to become a chef, and it's like you're looking to become a chef, and it will be beneficial for you to network and connect with others who are doing their thing in that field. The reason why that will be beneficial is because it'll help you to get inspiration and help and inspire you with different ideas when it comes to that. But not only just that, the benefits of you putting yourself out there in that way is that it will also help you to be able to connect with others who's been where you are. Because with Capricorn energy, I think of the Saturnian aspect to Capricorn, which is like the elder, which is like the person who's more experienced, which is like the teacher. So when it comes to you guys, I get that you need to get out of your house, get out of your head, and get out in the world and connect with others. And I know nowadays everything is available online. So even if you could connect in an online community, also it'll be beneficial to say sign up and volunteer work pertaining to this thing if there's volunteer work connected to the thing that you're into. Because at least if you get up and connect with others and do volunteer work or charitable work, and it doesn't even have to do with the thing that you're into, because the 11th house energy deals with charity. It's like if you're able to get up and go and help others, it will get you out of your head and get you out of feeling sorry for yourself and where you are. And it also brings in more blessings. Oh, okay. So remember I said I didn't know what advice to give or what to say. It's charitable work. How can you go out and teach or help others? You getting up and going out and helping and teaching others will help you to get out of your head and get out of the funk that you may be in, that you might be dealing with because you aren't where you are at the moment. I'm getting the feeling that for those of us who are in the funk and in our head about our situation is because we have too much time on our hands. And I know that sounds wild, but it's like, I think about the person who's busy and got a lot going on with a lot less. And because of their situation, they don't even have time to get up and feel the way that they're feeling. Because when it comes to this group, it feels like something about a manifestation is taking too long. Something about a manifestation is delayed. Something about a manifestation isn't coming through as fast as you would like for it to come through. And I'm getting to go out and help people. Go out and sign up for some kind of a charitable work, something close to your heart, something that, you know, something close to your heart, because in the process of helping others, it'll help you to feel good about yourself. And at the same time, you won't get caught up on time. And then going out and seeing other people in the different situations that they're in, the different people that you'll be helping, it really helps you. These two cards wanted to come out, so I'm going to go with it. It'll really help you to kind of like be more grateful for your current situation. And I feel like I could really benefit from this message also. So like, I'm taking notes here. But for me, when it comes to these readings though, at the end of the reading, I always shuffle up the main cards and then blindly pick one of the three main cards to see which guided message is mine, what spirit is trying to tell me right now about my current situation. And I like the message that came out for this group because I feel like I'm waiting for certain things to manifest too. And I didn't realize that until doing this message. It's like every day realizing that my manifestation is not here, it does make the present moment, does make me wrong, or does serve as some form of reminder that I don't have what I want because it's not in it. And I could definitely see how me going out and offering my help to people who need it, I could definitely see how that will keep me busy, but not necessarily keeping me busy, but that could really throw me in a state of gratitude. I could really see how that could be beneficial for me. So I could definitely see how now this reading is also assisting me. When it comes to overall, we have the 8 of Cups in the upright position. So you are walking away from some old cycle or some old emotional crutch, some old way of doing things that haven't worked for you in the past. You're getting away from that. But the challenge is that you feel stuck. So it's like, even though you're walking away from old ways or old things, you still feel stuck. But then here, unexpectedly, we have the Chariot. So it's like you are making progress. See, you're walking away, you're moving forward, but you feel stuck. And the dragonfly energy came out as spirit guidance moving you forward. And it did pop out in a reversal position, which says, you know, in the upright position, to me, the dragonfly talks about a change of mindset. You know, you're changing your mind, being able to change your mind quickly because it's necessary, because the dragonfly could switch speed switch flying in direction, and like going to the dragonfly could be going top speed and switch directions. So it's like your mind have to be just as agile and being able to move away from a way that doesn't work. I think of like someone who's able to make a quick decision. So it's almost like not being able to make a quick decision because you're stuck on the fact that you're in your feelings about what you don't have or what's not working. But unexpectedly is that things are going to start moving forward. Things are going to start moving along. Things are going to start moving along. So unexpected is that things are going to start moving along, and you just got to be patient. But in the meantime, it might benefit you to assist others. You might make some new friends or new connections in the process of doing so. And when it comes to say the outcome of this message, we have the Queen of Swords in the upright position. So when it's all said and done, you'll gain a new, sharper way of thinking and communicating, a more direct way of doing things. So, you know, when we start out this message, I think of the unicorn energy reflecting this needing to escape reality because I want certain things and they're not here. But when it's all said and done, the Queen of Swords energy helps you to learn how to be conscious about your attention, your mental energy, and how you spend your time pertaining to that. So when it comes to this group, like, yeah, the things that you want are moving forward. Like you've taken chances and you've made up your mind to move away from certain things. And things are moving along, but they feel stagnant at the moment. Things feel stuck at the moment. You feel like you don't know what to do at the moment because nothing is required of you right now. I get the thought of when it comes to this group, you've set intentions on certain things. And right now you're in a phase where pretty much you're in a mundane phase where you're not expected to do anything other than get up and do your mundane life. Get up and do what's expected of you. And it's like you want what you want and you want it to happen now. And because you want what you want and you want it to happen now, you feel some type of way, you know, acting a little bit ungrateful based on what the cards are saying. And I get it. I struggle with the same thing too from time to time. But it's like so focused on what you don't have. Like I look at the unicorn. The unicorn's looking at the Knight of Wands in a reversal position, looking at the fact that you feel stuck, stagnant, feeling like your fire is gone. Like, I don't know where my fire is, where my motivation is. It's like, damn, everything is just still. Like something needs to happen, something needs to give. But it's like the Chariot in the upright position. Things are going to start moving forward. It just isn't the time for it. Like there's nothing more for you to do other than be patient right now and be careful about how you spend your time as you're being patient for you to shift into your next era, shift into your next life. Because sometimes when we're supposed to be patient, we could find ourselves developing bad habits just to pass time, strengthening bad habits just to pass time, where that's something you got to work on. So instead of getting in your own way, maybe you could use your free time, because I feel like when it comes to this group, you definitely got some time on your hands. You got time on your hands. Because with this group, say if you wanted certain things, but you were busy with life, then that thing would be happening so fast because you would be busy with life. But with this group, you got a lot of time on your hands. So because you got a lot of time on your hands, you might find yourself doing certain things to escape your reality and having to remember every day that that thing you want isn't here yet. So it will do you well to get out and connect with others as you try to serve your community, serve the community, and assist and help people in some way. That will be beneficial. That will get you up out of your head because things are going to be moving pretty fast. And with the dragonfly showing up as a spirit animal guiding you forward, I get the feeling that, you know, the way it came out, like you don't need to do anything to get ready. You know, it's just a matter of like, just be patient. When it's time for you to get called, you will get called. When it's time for things to start moving for you, they will move for you. But there's nothing more you could do in this moment other than be patient and don't allow yourself to develop bad habits or strengthen bad habits or wake up bad habits as you try to pass time and numb yourself from the fact that you're not where you want to be. Group number 3, that was your message, and it was a pleasure sharing it with you. I would love to know how you resonate if you care to share. If you'd like to book a tarot reading with me or check out my exclusive weekly pick a card readings only available on Patreon, the links for that is in the description box below. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a yellow heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.